Hi everyone, Chad here. Here are my tips and tricks for connecting your chromatography system to its operating computer. Honestly, this isn't my exact area of expertise, but I'm going to try to fake it. These tips work with just about any of the modern systems like the Avant, Pure, Go, and Pilot. If everything was working properly recently, like yesterday, sometimes you just have to go into the system's control module right here and press the system connection button, which is this. And then you'll see your systems listed, and most people just have one system listed, so you just check that and hit connect. If that didn't work, the most common problem connecting your system, I'd say, is that there is a lost connection alarm that needs to be acknowledged before it's allowed to connect again. Unicorn is very picky about a lot of things because it was designed to be GMP software, and this is just one of those things. In this case, turn the power off to your system, try to connect to the system by pressing the connection button, and then acknowledge the error. After that, just cycle Unicorn, then try to bring them both back up. Sometimes it helps to try to fully restart your computer too. If you restarted Unicorn and the chromatography system a couple times, acknowledged any errors that were present, even tried restarting your computer, then the next best thing I would say is the "is it still plugged in" approach. Double check the physical connections. If you have reason to suspect a network cable, then replace it, or test its integrity by swapping it with some other kind of device to make sure it's still working. If that doesn't work, let's look at the network connection. I am definitely not any kind of expert with computer networking here, so just bear with me if I make a mistake. I don't know, maybe that'll even make it slightly more informative. Alright, I'm going to assume you're working with Windows here too. Go to the search bar on the desktop and type CMD to open the command prompt. Type ping 10.1.1.1 and hit enter. This just is a basic network handshake, kind of a "hello, are you there? Yes, I am." So if there is a positive connection, you should see something like data packet sent, data received, which means we need to look in Unicorn for the problem. If the ping fails and says something like timed out after a minute or so, then that means there is no connection and we need to look at the Windows side of the connection. Every modern Cytiva chromatography system should have the IP address of 10.1.1.1. Did I say one too many ones? You can prove this to yourself if you have an Avant. On the LCD screen, hit the settings button and the IP address will come up and you'll see 10.1.1.1. First, let's see what to do if the ping failed, which is check the Windows network settings. The best thing you can do here is to check the IP address. Windows updates can sometimes jack these. Open your settings by clicking Start, then Settings, then Network Internet. We want to find the network that connects your system. You'll have two networks if your computer can't connect to the outside world. If you can't tell the difference between the two networks, then just unplug the network connected at the wall. The one that changes is the outside world, so you'll want to focus on the other one. Click Change Adapter Options and select the network for the chromatography system. Almost there. Double-click the Internet Protocol version 4 or TCP IPv4, and this is what you're looking for the place where we can see what the IP address is and to change it. In my opinion, with Windows, how you get here always looks just a little different. So if you're not finding the IP version 4 thing, then just Google how to find it with your version of Windows, but I digress. Okay, we want the IP address to be 10.1.1.2 and the subnet to be a few 255s with a 0 at the end. For some reason, the IP address has to be close to the chromatography system's IP, but not the same exactly. So that's why we've got a 2 there. The subnet mask is supposed to be the same, whatever. Once you've set the IP address, go back to the command prompt and try to ping the system again with 10.1.1.1, and hopefully it works. Alright, so now here's how to troubleshoot a network connection with Unicorn. Go to the administration module, then click System Properties. Select your system. Then select Edit. The most likely issue is the IP address, but first we're going to check a few things. Make sure that the instrument configuration and control PC are correct. For the configuration, just be sure that it says Avant 25 if you have an Avant 25 and so on. The version numbers in parentheses matter, but not for system connectivity, so just pick the highest number. For the Unicorn control PC, be sure what's listed here matches the PC name. To find the PC name, right-click this PC from the File Explorer window, then Properties. The computer name should be there somewhere. For Unicorn, the name has got to be a dead-on match. Click Rename to change the name if the names don't match. Once all that looks cool, try to test the connection. Like I said, the most likely issue is the IP address. My solution here is just to try the other thing, and this works more than you think. So try to use a different connection type than whatever you're using now. The IP address here should read 10.1.1.1 in this case because it's for the chromatography system. Test the connection again, and hopefully that works, because that's all I got. I can only speak from my own personal experience, but every lab scale system that I've ever seen has a static 10.111 IP. But if this box is checked, then you have a real-time IP, which is likely for a process system like the Pilot. You have to use the real-time IP. You can't change it to a static IP, and you have to use the listed address. For a real-time unit, all the same rules apply as we discussed. We're just going to use whatever IP you have here instead of the 10.111 IP, meaning the IP address for the computer's network card still has to be close but not the exact same, and the computer name still has to be the exact same as it is in Unicorn, and you can still ping the address in the command prompt. So just go back through the video, but use the IP that you find right here. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your connections.